Hi guys, Tech James here. In this video I'll be showing you guys how to replace the batteries in your Pokemon Game Boy or Game Boy Color cartridges. So sometimes when you're playing a game, the batteries kind of die out and then the save files no longer work. So I was sent these batteries and tools by J. Wellman Sales. He has an eBay shop where he sells these batteries and tools. So the batteries I have here are the CR2025s and they are for Game Boy and Game Boy Color cartridges, specifically Pokemon games. And then the tools right here are just a 3.8mm and a 4.5mm hex tools. And what they're used for is just opening the cartridges so you can replace the batteries. So for this video I'm going to be focusing on Pokemon Crystal because the cartridge I have right here doesn't actually save the games. So the battery is probably dead. So I'm going to be replacing it with one of these batteries. So the first thing you want to do is just get one of the tools. Now for this one I'm pretty sure it's the 3.8mm tool that fits. So let me just check. Yep. So I will be using the 3.8mm tool just to open up the cartridge. So once you have taken the screw out, just put it to a safe place. Make sure you don't lose it. And to open the cartridge, all you want to do is just slide the front of the cartridge down like that. Then you will just get a notch open at the top and you can basically just pull the front of the cartridge off. So here is the main motherboard. You can actually take it out now just by tipping the cartridge like that. Now it is secured by some metal solder here. You can actually remove that using the soldering iron just by heating up the metal and then taking it off. That is the best way to replace one of these batteries. I have seen a few Reddit posts where people get like a really sharp knife and just slide it under there and sort of cut it off. I would not recommend doing that. You can do it, but you have to be really careful and it's not really the nicest way of doing it. So I will be using the soldering iron method or soldering gun and I will be showing you guys how to do it in the best possible way. Okay guys, so what you want to do is plug in your soldering iron to the wall and just let it warm up for about 2 minutes. Now what you can do is get a screwdriver, put it under the battery and start heating up the solder pads. So when it's warm enough, the pads will melt and you will be able to lift up the battery using the screwdriver. So now I'm just going to rotate it round and do it to the other side as well. So once both of the solder parts are melted, you can just lift off the battery. And here is the new battery, so I'm just going to take this out the packet. And now here is some solder metal. So what you want to do guys is just get the new battery, use a bit of paper just so it doesn't short out or anything like that. So put a piece of paper under one of the connections and then start to solder the new solder metal onto one of the connections. So just be very careful when doing this, make sure you don't spill it over any of the chips or anything like that. Make sure you keep it on top of the metal tab. So now once one side is done, just go ahead and do exactly the same thing to the other side. Try and get the battery in the center of that circle, but if you don't, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so once both of the tabs are soldered down, just leave it to cool, maybe for just about 2 minutes. Right guys, so now you can just put everything back into the case. So first of all, just put the motherboard with the solder on. And then just put the front case on. And then just put it on like this and then slide it up. Now you can just put the screw in the back. So now I'm just going to start a new game on my Game Boy Color and find out if this thing actually saves. Right, so here I am on the new game. Hopefully you guys can see this, but what I'm going to do is just press start and then just scroll to save and just save the game right here. Now I'm just going to turn it off, back on, and see if it worked. So make sure you check out Jay Wellman's sales store. He has lots of other sort of retro gaming stuff on there, like tools, batteries, and even a few games on there. So that is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.